Hi there, I'm John of John's Carnivorous Plants, and this is my indoor nursery. Today, we're going to talk about how to acclimate and quarantine new plants. So this is a very important step for any grower. You should always acclimate and also quarantine a new plant for 8 to 10 days before putting it in with your regular collection. I highly recommend you set up a quarantine area, so it can even be like a 10-20 tray like this. We'll turn all that has all of a good seal on it. Even if it's not all the way sealed up top, it's still better than absolutely nothing at preventing the rest of your collection from getting bombarded. Now, usually with 8 to 10 days with a little bit of increased humidity inside one of those domes, pests will go absolutely nuts if they exist. So you'll generally be able to get a good idea if you have an infection or not on your new plant. Treat it, and then once it's treated, put it in with your regular plants. The important thing is that you can also acclimate it if you get one of these trays, but you can also use a bag or something else, like some other kind of dome or cloche or something, to where you start off with rather high humidity, and then either every 3 to 4 days or every week you slowly, like on these there's little vents, or with the bag you like slowly crinkle it open to where more and more as it opens it has more and more air transfer into the plant, and it can adjust to the humidity level of your growing area. Whenever you come from being a shipped plant to going right into new growing conditions that are entirely different than the growing conditions you were first initially in, it's very jarring for the plant and can be potentially lethal, especially if the humidity difference is way too much. The plant wouldn't have ever had a chance to produce enough wax to actually appropriately survive the lower humidity, so it'll just dry out and desiccate very quickly. Acclimation will start as soon as you unbox your plant. So as soon as you get it out of a box or something like that, or get it home from a nursery or something like that, you've already started the acclimation process. You need to get going as soon as possible to some kind of humidity area or other kind of holding area. If it was at a nursery, you can generally start with a little bit of a lower humidity level, but still try to keep it as isolated and closed away from other plants until you can determine if it's best for you or not. Whenever you first get a plant, and I mean this, like it starts the second you get it out of its bag or whatever, you want to immediately get it potted and into an area of good humidity so it's able to start to actually like adjust from the very shocking experience of being shipped. It's kind of hard to imagine the trauma most plants go through whenever they are shipped. Even if they are potted, it's still a radical shift in environment. So most of them would never have seen that in the wild, let alone survive if it did happen. Just something to keep in perspective. Now, lighting should be bright, but not super intense. So as you can see here, my lighting is bright, but not super intense. I use it for pretty much everything here in my collection, so it does not cause too much of an issue here. And then, yeah. Wow, I actually hit everything on the list first time. If you enjoyed this video and found it any kind of insightful or helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions for a future rant, please leave them in the comments. If you would like to come talk plants with me and other plant people, join the Carnivorous Plant Discord. Link is in the description. And if you would like to support me by buying plants directly, I have my link to my website there as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.